damn phones. Babylons can't crack the code.
USC is one of the more recognizable brands in all of college football, as a lot of people know who USC is because of their rich tradition in their college football program. Everybody knows how big recruiting is for every school out there, as it sets you up for the future and the present. You can get people that can play immediately and make an immediate impact, and you have guys that are going to be on your team. They're going to fill out depth in the beginning, but could become stars later on your team. But in today's video, this is B. Kelly back again with another banger video, and we're going to be talking about how USC sold the bag for Malachi Nelson. Before I move on with the video, remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as we are on the road to 10K and I would highly appreciate it. Now let's get into it. For the people that do not know who Malachi Nelson is a quarterback in the class of 2023 from Los Al High School in California. According to the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, Malachi Nelson is a 5-star recruit, the number 4 player in the nation, and the number 2 quarterback in the nation as well, just behind Arch Manning. Here is what national recruiting analyst Greg Biggins had to say about Malachi Nelson. Nelson has all the physical tools you could want in a next-level signal caller. At 6'3", 180 pounds, he has an athletic body with plenty of room to grow, pack on good weight. He's a very fluid athlete in everything he does. He has a smooth, effortless release, and the ball jumps out of his hand. He has a downfield arm, is accurate to all 3 levels of the field, and can throw with touch and speed changes. He's a mature quarterback and already shows a high football IQ in terms of his decision making and how well he processes the position. He's a plus athlete for a quarterback as well, and he shows the ability to extend plays and get out and pick up yards in the running game. As of right now, Malachi Nelson is committed to play football at OU. Right now in the 2023 recruiting class, OU has the number 1 class in the nation, topped off with Malachi Nelson, and as of the recording of this video, they have Brandon Innes, Mekhi Lemon, Trayon Webb, Luke Haas, and Joshua Bates all in that class, but they are about to get wide receiver and 5-star recruit in DeAndre Moore, who's also from Los Al High School. You might be wondering, what does OU having this class in 2023 really affect USC? And why and how did USC sell the bag for Malachi Nelson? And to talk about that, we have to talk about Malachi Nelson's recruitment. As I said earlier in the video, Malachi Nelson is a 5-star recruit and the number 2 quarterback in the 2023 recruiting class. So obviously, he's going to be highly sought after, as he does have a total of 26 offers with schools such as OU, USC, Alabama, LSU, Auburn, Georgia, Ohio State, and Oregon, just to name a few. Malachi Nelson grew up in the area of USC football. He's watched USC football games since he was a young kid, and he was a big, and I mean big, USC fan. And a lot of people thought that he was a lean to USC when he was getting recruited in the early process, as people saw USC and Clemson early on as the top 2 teams in his recruitment. To add this in as a quick side note with Clemson and his early recruitment, Malachi Nelson would never actually end up getting an offer from Clemson, and this was primarily because Clemson wanted to see more of him at their camp, and he never went to that camp, so he never got the offer. Clemson is one of those schools that they really do not offer as many people as some of the other FBS Power 5 schools, whether it's in the SEC, ACC, Big 12, Pac-12, or Big 10. They're one of the lower ones in offers and actually offering people. So if you don't do that, Clemson's probably not going to offer you at all. Clemson's very peculiar with who they offer and how they offer. But after Clemson kind of dropped out of the running early on for Malachi Nelson, another team would pop in, and it's a team that's had a lot of success with quarterbacks recently, and that is none other than OU, the high-powered offense of Lincoln Riley. As his recruitment kept on moving along, it was pretty clear and apparent that his top 2 teams were USC and OU. And a lot of people saw it that way, and many people didn't think any other team had a shot, and it was really just going to be a race for who was going to commit where first. If Malachi was going to go to USC, or if he was going to go to OU. But either way, wherever he committed, he was going to bring some dogs with him. Eventually, on July 18th, 2021, Malachi Nelson would end up committing to OU over the likes of USC, the team that he was a fan of since he was a young kid. Nelson said Oklahoma had everything he wanted in a college. He loved the coaching staff and had a really strong connection with Lincoln Riley. He also said, and I quote, "He recruited me personally, and that was a big deal for me. On my visit, I was the only quarterback out there for the big barbecue weekend, and I had the chance to sit down and really get to know him and love spending all that time together, talking football and life as well." Now, let's go back to a statement that he said in that same quote. He recruited me personally, and that was a big deal for me. Now, when you hear that, you're probably like, well, of course he recruited him personally. He's trying to get him to go to his school and be a future star quarterback in his system. But that's not exactly what I mean. You see, Malachi Nelson wanted to be a top priority for quarterbacks in his class with any team he was getting recruited by. He wanted to quite literally be the only quarterback that was getting recruited by any team he was really considering. OU, they were not going after any other quarterback in the class of 2023 besides Malachi Nelson. Malachi Nelson was their top priority, and Lincoln Riley showed it. And Lincoln Riley does this a lot with quarterbacks that he's gotten in the past before. USC was doing it, but eventually they would offer another quarterback in that same class, which I don't blame them for doing. You got to go after more than just one guy. You got to have a backup plan prepared, always. And this ultimately gave the Sooners a big lead in Malachi's recruitment, as Malachi wanted to be the only guy teams were going after. After getting a quarterback like Malachi Nelson to commit to OU, of course, it would tremendously help out their 2023 recruiting class. Now, the few weeks leading up to his commitment to OU, he was seen as an OU lock, as OU really separated themselves from the rest, and USC more specifically. OU even got a 4-star running back, number 3 running back in that class, in Trayon Webb, to commit the day before Nelson did. And after Nelson committed to OU, they got number 1 wide receiver in the nation, Brandon Inniss, the number 36 player and 5-star recruit and teammate of Malachi's in Makai Lemons, and the number 2 tight end in the nation and top 100 player in Luke Haas. And they even got an underrated 3-star O-lineman in Joshua Bates. And as of the recording of this video, DeAndre Moore, 5-star receiver, also now a teammate of Malachi Nelson's at Los Al. He is about to commit to OU, and it's pretty much set clear he's going to commit to OU, and that's going to be yet another 5-star in this class, keeping them up there at number 1. It is worth noting that Malachi Nelson grew up a USC fan, and a lot of the guys who are currently committed to OU had USC in their top lists. Now this leads you to think, what if USC kept their 100% word with Malachi Nelson during his recruitment? I mean, they used to lead for him early on, and he grew up a USC fan. It seems like they were destined to get Malachi Nelson, and of course they didn't. But if they got him, it really leads you to think, would they have the number 1 class? Would they have some of the players that OU currently has right now? Well guys, if you guys have made it this far in the video, remember to smash that like button, turn on them post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly, out!